All right, guys, today's adventure is going to be a little bit wet, and the microphone's not set up, but enjoy our adventure. You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Here we go.
First time rafters today? Sweet, me too.
Oh, don't y'all worry. We're going to have a great time with it. I'm going to introduce you to your guides real quick. First and foremost, this here's James. James, say hi. Now, James is a great conversationalist. He's been working with this company for what, 4 or 5 years, something like that? First day. Oh, of course, yeah. We picked him up out of the Walmart parking lot this morning. He's really good at what he does, though, surprisingly. Beginner's luck. I don't know what it is, but something about it. Him well. My name's Kevin. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I really like to hear myself talk, and if you end up on my boat today, I apologize for saying that. So does the whole company. See you in a moment. Now, you young lady, what's your name? Liliana. Liliana. How old are you, Liliana? You're 14 years old. Would you like a souvenir from this here Shoshone River? Bundle of river roses, freshly plucked. There you go. Oh,
He's totally gonna get you for that now.
oh, Liliana.
That was not the thing to do at the beginning.
How are you going?
Liliana?
Upset before we're even on the boat.
I'll make sure I get that on video.
Now,
You got them river crocodiles?
well, of course, we got river crocodiles, we got Shoshone piranhas, we got the ever-present Shoshone shark, and
Ooh.
if you look on the left here, the yellowfin tuna. All right, let's get on this water.
So if you give the command a slight bit early, I'm gonna be doing hand touches for her so she knows when to paddle.
Okay, is she hard of hearing? Is that...
She's deaf.
Oh, she's deaf. Okay.
She's deaf. She's hard of hearing and she's deaf.
Okay, good to go.
Thought we mentioned that.
You did not know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hey, by the way.
I can usually read lips pretty good.
Right, but that
But-
would be kind
but-
of
But
difficult
you're
when
behind
facing
me,
forward.
so yeah.
So
Okay.
I've given her the command of stop is this shoulder and paddle is this shoulder. So as soon as you say it, I'm gonna tap like this
Okay,
and we're going in.
good to go. Works for me. We can do that. In that case, let's go ahead and give that a shot so I can see where our delay is going to be at.
Okay.
And paddle forward. Okay, not so bad.
He didn't say
I'll
stop
have to be
yet.
a little bit more careful about what I hit because there's going to be some stuff where it's real loud and
That's
real
fine.
fast and you might not be able to get very fast.
If anything, she'll keep her paddle up then.
Okay.
But you haven't told us to stop, so we're not stopping yet.
And stop. No, that's okay.
I didn't do one for back, so it's gonna be me going back. I'll be your extra over here.
I appreciate it.
So if you yell something and she doesn't get it, she's gonna stay in that position and I'm going for you.
Yes, sir. I can make that work. I've dealt with all sorts of language barriers on this here boat, but
But-
this will be the first one where it's complete.
Well, so she can hear me right now. If I yell loud enough, she'll know.
Right?
But I don't want to yell loud enough. So we did the touch thing.
She has hearing aids, but she can't put them on because they're not waterproof.
They both have hearing aids, but you know, something about water and
Well, especially, you know, dirty old river water. And,
yeah.
Understandable.
So it's more so of a delay for me. They'll go right away. It's more so of a delay for me. She's the good of hearing and I'm the good of hearing, so
All right, so I'll use the boat.
you'll just have to follow her too.
Well, let them know real quick that up here's our photographer. The photographer's going to be snapping several photos of your face.
Hey, camera.
Smile real big, smile real big, smile real cheesy. Keep looking, keep smiling. Keep looking, keep smiling. Don't pay any attention to the water on your left. Keep looking, keep smiling. And we're good.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Tara. Okay.
This one's really hard on my butt cheek.
That is correct, sir, yes.
I know, me too.
I like the soft one, but
Well, the hard one is hard for a reason. The boat is made up of 7 individual thwarts. All those thwarts on the outside have to be as rigid as they can so we stay up above the surface of the water.
Yep. It makes it better for farting too. They won't hear it.
I don't know. Actually, you'd be surprised. There have been some sneaky squeakers that I thought I was going to get away with on the back of the boat, and they hear it coming
Yeah,
from the front
but
like an echo.
you ain't sitting on the crack.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
See, I'm on the crack where it's already like.
It's kind of like you got a little bit of extra cushion.
All you're gonna get is a.
And paddle forward. And stop.
And she did hear you on that one, so it's one of those.
Okay.
If it gets loud.
You notice with water, we're able to hear like when we go to the pool or swimming.
It's a beautiful morning to be out here, though, isn't it?
Sure is.
And paddle forward.
I want to go on their raft. Theirs looks better.
What do you mean theirs looks better? Our raft's good.
I ain't got to do as much work over there.
And stop. Well, they aren't moving either.
You right. You right.
Were you asking me what kind of fish were in this river, miss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the yellowstone cutthroat trout. Those get up to about a foot long, a little bit longer. You got the brown trout. Those get to about 10 inches long. Then you got the rainbow trout, and those get to about 8 inches long.
Oh, we have rainbow trout.
Yeah, we have some rainbow in Kodiak.
I wouldn't be surprised. Rainbow trout are a very populous fish. They can survive in just about any climate, but they love cold water like the stuff we're in right now. And this is the point where I'd usually use the yellowfin tuna joke, but I've already used it on her up there in the front left. So
You got an early one. An early one.
It actually felt really good. It's rather.
So her in the front right, what's her name?
Olivia.
Say it again.
Olivia.
Olivia? Liliana, Olivia, and then what are you, or what do I call you two up there back here?
Roadkill
Roadkill?
and Miss Amy.
And Miss Amy. Roadkill and Miss Amy.
You can call her Amy.
What a band. The nickname Roadkill indicative of anything there? Or?
There's a long story. Takes
Tell
about
everybody different things.
it's a long story. Takes about a minute to tell, but I'll never tell the truth. So
Fair enough. Same way on most of the river, so I can dig it. And paddle forward. And stop. I'm usually pretty loud as is.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. And
Yeah.
you're behind me, so
My
she's got the more substantial loss. So
my bar for paddlers, I once had a boat of 13-year-olds from Manhattan. Never seen a tree before in their lives.
nice.
So even yelling and screaming as loud as I could at them, they wouldn't paddle. That's the only time that I've ever missed a takeout before was because of that boat right there. I got run over by that boat. Y'all are doing substantially better than them. So
that's good.
well done all. So right up here on our left, you're going to see this kind of chalky looking gray cliffside. That material is what's known as bentonite clay. It's a very populous resource here in the state of Wyoming. It's actually made out of super compressed volcanic ash. It's been here for eons. It's used in everything. Cosmetic makeup that you put on your face, baby diapers, kitty litter, even what gets Hershey's chocolate, that's melting your mouth sensation.
Deer.
All that water flow down the side?
No, deer.
Oh dear.
You need hearing aids, man? Well, what the?
I thought you said here.
Right there.
Here, I'll see if I can't get his attention with my patented deer call.
Here, deer. Here, deer. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that. I got your boss man with one the other day.
Oh yeah? How's that?
I was like, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yee.
Yee-hoo.
That's what I'm hoping to say while we go down.
Yee-hoo! That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yee or ya? I mean, it depends. And he just looked at me and I had him, man. He was done after that.
Yeah, that's how Rich operates. You tell him a joke, and everyone, you can't ever tell if the guy is having fun. Like that's the thing about Rich. I love him to death. Great boss. One of the greatest ever had.
Should I mute this?
No, but he's got, and he's self-aware about it. I mean, he's even told us he's got two voices. He's got one where he's talking normally, and then he's got one where if he's excited, angry, sad, happy, or like really up and at him about something, it's the same voice for all of those, and so it always sounds like he's yelling at him.
Maybe that's what mine is. I got two voices. I only have one. I have two volumes.
Well, that works too. Hey,
loud and off.
paddle forward! Now we're coming up here in our junkyard rapids. Back in the day, Cody farmers were petrified by the process of erosion, so they took any kind of heavy garbage they could find and stacked it on the banks of the river. Now the process of putting garbage on the banks was outlawed in 1969. The city of Cody is still allowed to put rocks and concrete. That's what a lot of this here on the right is. The problem is that it's also got a whole mess of rebar in it, so we're going to try to avoid the whitewater so we don't pop a boat today.
Okay.
And paddle forward! And stop! But if you look on the right here, you're going to see an old bicycle stuck in the rock. In the 1990s, the River Cleanup Act was enacted, and as such, a bunch of local lawmakers, a couple of environmental activists, and even a couple of the old farming families came down here, dragged the majority of the garbage away from the bank, kind of restored this area to its former glory and former beauty. And paddle forward! And stop! Once we get up to it, I'm going to call for everybody to hold on, grab that red tape so I can lean in towards the middle of the boat. For now, paddle forward! Everybody hold on!
Woo! That must have been in the front. That's not you guys are stealing.
And paddle forward!
Thanks.
Oh, don't worry, I got wet too. It's now hitting my underwear. Woo, that's cold water.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
stop!
Smells so good.
Do I have any water on my lens?
Not a lot.
Not
Not enough where it's like gonna be.
No, it's just the bottom. It'll be fine. Plus, I can edit it out. Okay. I just went like this, and all the water just went like that.
Yep, Coker Falls.
Only one side of
good
me got
first
wet.
splash. Usually when the sun's high and it's heating everybody up, but this smoke is both a blessing and a curse.
Oh yeah.
That first wave, it cools everybody down.
That wasn't bad.
But something to note while you're here in the city of Cody, or in Wyoming in general. First and foremost, we're in what's known as a rain shadow. And stop, you talked about how you get 200 inches of rain every year in Kodiak. We get none.
9?
We get 9. A whole 9 inches of moisture every single year. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water here. We actually have negative humidity in the state of Wyoming. The air is actively sapping the moisture out of your body just as it's sitting here.
That's why we're so dry.
Yep.
If you've gotten chapped lips, now you know why. And then the other thing to note is the elevation. We're 9,000 feet above sea level, which is really, really high.
We're 9,000 feet here?
We're 9,000 feet here at the lowest part of the valley.
Okay.
Hey, paddle forward. So something important to note is at this elevation and stuff, not only are we closer to the sun, but we've got a lot thinner layer of ozone. So the sun is burning you a lot quicker, and it's burning you a lot worse. So make sure you're applying plenty of sunscreen while you're up here.
I haven't put any on yet.
That's why when we went and like you're walking around, I was like,
But see, and we're running with these two in Yellowstone. I'm laughing because I'm used to thin air.
Right.
And we're so up here we could almost get hypoxic because they're not used to it and they're exerting it more. Me, I'm just like, oh, let's go.
You're not bringing in. But trust me, as soon as you guys get to wherever you're going next, you're going to have the best workout of your entire life. And paddle forward. Getting that much oxygen flowing through your body. Oh man, it's a high like nothing else. Let me tell you. And stop. One thing to notice, if you get sick at any point during your journey, it's more than likely just altitude sickness, especially if you flew in. If you drove in, you're probably fine, but if you flew in and you start to get sick, it means you've changed altitudes too quickly. Ibuprofen and ginger ale are your best friends.
Okay. I would explain why.
Well, but we drove in.
did.
Is my light still blinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
We drove it.
sulfur smells strong today.
You were-
And paddle forward. And stop. Had to get mine there. That's right.
Yeah, you did. Your face was like, that wasn't supposed to happen completely like that.
Well, it was usually just supposed to go over my lap, but sometimes it hits me in the side of the head.
And it
I
got
lost
you.
a pair of glasses at that.
so I didn't bring my sunglasses.
I've been running this river professionally for about 3 years. 5 years before I even did. Wow. So, Shoshone has been my home for quite some time, but it still surprises me from time to time. Now, if you look up here on the right and left sides of the canyon wall, you're going to see some kind of barnacle-looking formation. That's the nest of the Argentinian cliff swallow.
Oh wow.
Little birds that migrate up here from South America every single year. When they do, they build their nest out of mud, flying down to the bank, swallowing a bunch, and then regurgitating it on the side of the cliff. And paddle forward. You'll see all sorts of them up and down the river. And stop. Out there in Alaska, as far as I'm aware, the mosquito is y'all's state bird.
Yep.
So one thing you may have noticed. Bats are a huge thing. They're a protected species here in the state of Wyoming. Doesn't matter what kind of bat they are protected. And paddle forward.
Is this your pull-out point up here?
Say again.
Is this your pull-out point up here, or are we?
No, sir. No. And stop. We're not even halfway yet.
Oh, perfect.
So you got quite a ways stuck with me.
My butt is getting.
Is everybody having fun so far?
Yeah.
Woohoo! It's
Having fun?
actually,
What? You having fun?
I don't understand. Are you having fun?
Nay.
Yes.
Now she sounds a little bitter. I don't think she's gotten wet enough yet.
Me?
Yes, you.
I've gotten plenty of it.
You got plenty. Are you sure? That doesn't sound very convincing to me. Don't worry, I've got something in mind just for you.
No!
And stop.
Why are you doing this?
Is that-
a muskrat over there in the water. Look at it.
What is that?
We're
Muskrat.
seeing otters.
Otters are a little bit more rare up here. They
You
have
think
to
it
be
was an
more
otter?
contained
No.
in the water. The Shoshone here is all filtered through the great big old Buffalo Bill Dam. So if anything makes its way down here, it has to be able to walk. Usually otters stay more up on the North Fork or in little secluded creek bed.
We have them all over Cody.
We found one in our neighbor's backyard.
Yeah?
River otter.
They make for pretty good pets from what I've heard. duck blinds.
Yep.
You know why they call them duck blinds, right?
Because when you're inside of it, you're blind and you can't see any ducks.
No, you have to be a pretty damn blind duck not to do that.
That's true too.
Fowl hunting's a big thing up here. We got duck hunting, we got geese hunting, and my personal favorite is pheasant hunting.
Ladybug would love bird hunt.
See, I do good up here because I make duck calls too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do really good up here.
Yeah.
Duck
You're a
calls
leather worker, you make
and
duck
leather.
calls. Speaking of ducks, there's some right there on the right side. Some little ducklings with them.
Oh yeah, underneath the tree.
Look at how little they are. They must have just hatched.
Aw.
I think every animal's a little. I saw a buffalo roll and sand. And I thought it was sick.
Yep. So buffalo can't sweat and they can't pant, which are the two most common ways for animals to cool themselves down. So what they do is they take what they call dust baths. They'll roll around and they'll coat themselves in a thick layer of dirt, and that thick layer of dirt not only changes their pigmentation so they don't absorb as much light, so they don't heat up as quick, but it also acts as a sort of insulation. So funny thing about the buffalo in this area, especially up there in Yellowstone, it's illegal to honk at them at any time. Even if they're laying in the middle of the road, if they like lay down on the pavement to warm themselves up, if you honk at it, you've committed a crime.
Huh.
And it's not because, you know, they don't want to disturb the buffalo, because I mean, that is their space and it's important to respect that. But it's because a buffalo will take it as a challenge and it will stomp your engine block through the floor of your vehicle.
Nice.
There's very few creatures as aggressive as the buffalo. Well, I wouldn't say aggressive, defensive, rather. And paddle forward.
Another one of those duck blinds.
Yeah.
Now that one's a raft guide accommodation.
Ah. Y'all should hide your cameras up there.
And stop.
So I figured it out.
What's that?
You don't call out left or right, you just steer.
Pretty much. You
Gotcha.
guys are the engine, I'm just the rudder.
I was like, he's not calling these. What's up with that? Ah.
It's a very easy, it's a good river for first timers. There's not a whole lot of high rapids on it. And the high rapids that we are on, I've been trained 115 times back just to get us through them safely. Now, if it were a much bigger boat, if we had 16 people in here, I would probably start calling left or right. Because at that point, it's really hard for me to steer this thing by myself. But with just the four of us, I can tool this thing around like nothing else.
Sure.
Up there, you'll see the world's loneliest porta potty.
Those other ones in the wild over on the other side of the dam, there was 2 of them. That's 3.
Well, those aren't porta potties, first and foremost. They're photography blinds. A lot of people will camp out in those and take photos out of either port.
Yep.
And they sell a lot of those to National Geographic.
See, that's cheating because where we from, we go out and we sit in the rain, or we just sit in our,
hours.
or we just sit in our front windows. I mean,
All right, this here's Lucky Larry. Or in this case, I believe I'm going to call it Lucky Liliana.
my red light going? I hope so.
And paddle forward! And stop!
She got lucky. It didn't get wet.
I did. It even went in my ear.
And paddle forward! And stop. Y'all sure you've never rafted before? You're pretty good at this whole paddle shtick.
I mean, their dad may have taught kayaking and canoeing for a couple of years, the boys.
That's right.
Canoeing and kayaking.
So you've essentially rafted then.
Yeah,
Just never like.
just never wrapped it. I mean, I ain't never sat in one of these.
They're pretty sweet little things.
Yeah.
A little on the expensive side, but definitely one of the safest things you can take down a river.
See, I think out of all of it, like, people ask me, would you rather kayak or canoe? I'd rather canoe. I have more control over a canoe. I'll stick her in the front and she'll sit just like this.
Then you purposely
And I'll have more control over a canoe than I will a kayak.
Well, the thing about a canoe is you can't actually use it in this river. Most of the time, hard-body boats or watercraft are dissuaded in this river.
Really?
Because of how high the rock beds get. All it takes is for you to scrape along one rock bed and all of a sudden your canoe shot. Or you hit one thing wrong and all of a sudden you're stuck in a mud bank and then you ain't ever getting that thing out.
I would.
Well, less determined individuals.
See, I feel better in a kayak than a canoe.
Yeah, me too.
Now you can take some hard-body kayaks down here just because they sit higher in the water.
Right. I love kayak.
A lot of the times people will take these soft-body kayaks called duckies out here. They're a little bit more on the, I don't want to say the dangerous side, probably the cold side.
Yeah, they do look like barnacles.
Yeah.
So fun fact about
Birds.
Those are extraordinarily brittle. The mud that they're made out of is so thin that even the slightest wind will blow them out. That's where you get the big holes in them like that. And paddle forward. Right over here in the middle of the river, you're going to see Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Are we gonna go between Kevin Hart and The Rock?
We are not. There's an enormous rock bed right between them after you get through them. And stop. Dwayne here is a more recent addition to our river. He fell in about the past 2 or 3 years. You can actually see the hole in the canyon wall up there where he fell out of. All the carbon residue left behind. Pretty neat.
That is.
Yeah, it's one of those things I can imagine like, okay guys, we have a problem. I've never seen this before.
No, that's the thing. It was discovered by a very unlucky Boy Scout. Okay?
Oh, jeez.
The Boy Scouts go down this river 3 times a week, every summer. Okay? It's just part of their training until they can get, like a lot of them badges or whatever. I don't know, I was never a Boy Scout. But essentially, they came around that corner and Wayne sits exactly where you're supposed to go back in the day. So they, hey, stop, that'd be good too. But I've got my own personal mantra to live by.
There you go.
I want to leave the world a better place than when I was brought into it.
That's a good one to have. Come on, we gotta find one more deer.
I'm looking at the rocks and stuff because me and my geology and archaeology.
Ooh, we got a geology nerd on the boat. Well, in that case, I have some stories for you.
Bring it.
So, first and foremost, we're on a completely different tectonic plate than the Yellowstone National Park is. The Yellowstone National Park essentially exists on its own tectonic plate, which is fascinating in of itself. And paddle forward! When this tectonic plate slid up on the other one eons ago, created all this slants in the rock right here. And stop! And that's what erected the Great Rocky Mountains eons ago. Was that first geological event. Not only that, but Rattlesnake and Cedar Mountain on that side of town you can't see through the great big haze of smoke. You may notice that on one side it's all smooth and forested, and on the other side it's all jagged. That's because that's actually just the crust of the earth going like that. It's super cool to see. Now, in prehistoric times, Wyoming was an enormous ocean. So all the rock that you're seeing on the left and right side, even when it's covered in dirt like it is over there, it's all this sedimentary sandstone. They're all right, but they sold the business, so they're not there either. I came to this place after I was laid off.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you last summer? Was it bad?
It was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. The coronavirus was kind of a jip, I feel. Yeah, it was. But unfortunately, it impacted our economy in a big way. We are very much reliant on tourists. So when all the tourists are afraid of staying in their homes, it becomes really hard for us to make our money.
Oh yeah. On the other side of the dam.
Yep.
That's where all the big houses are.
I hate them things.
Yeah,
so much.
they're mean.
They are mean.
They go right after your kneecap.
You know what I think he's saying? He's saying what's up. Is that little slang thing?
Yeah, he's like, what's up? What's up?
They can smell fear. They really can.
Yeah, they can.
When I was 6 years old, I got my butt kicked by a park full of geese. You know that geese have teeth on their tongues?
Yep.
Yep.
You know there's only one way you find that out naturally?
Yep.
Oh, look at all the pelicans flying.
Okay. Yeah. My parents,
Wait,
my parents
those are
had the great
pelicans?
idea of getting geese on our farm.
Pelicans.
I was right.
Bad
Yep.
idea.
And stop!
You didn't even give me a chance.
Kaput.
You didn't give me a chance.
We only needed to get around the rock.
Well, we could have gone over there and then had to get up and walk and
Yeah.
actually
I would
then
have
you
to get out and push.
then you'd be
Yeah.
trespassing because you can be on the water, but as long as you don't touch the ground, you're not trespassing.
Yes, how did you know that?
Because we're smart.
Is that how it works up there too?
No.
And paddle forward. And stop.
We didn't have as many screams as the other one.
No, that is legitimately how it works. You can own pieces of the river, you just can't own the water in it.
Well, she picked up the flyer at DQ.
That's Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Last of it.
Alright, as you can see, they're up there. They're going to carry the net thing up. Tara should be back down here to help catch me, but if not, that's alright. And paddle forward. And stop.
This is perfect. I'm getting the whole family in the shot. He's the producer. I'm the camera guy.
What can I say? I'm good at getting angles.
He knows because he's been watching my head like barely move.
You got that camera cart precision, sir. You really do.
I was trying.